Ladies and gentlemen, it is great to be back here at the Global Wellness Center at the North Broward Preparatory School in Coconut Creek, Florida. Almost said Coral Springs. Hey, we got one mistake out of the way. Hopefully there won't be any more after that. Sam Gofan, the voice of the Eagles, very happy to be here alongside Ben Curtis, my longtime broadcast colleague. It just feels natural to be back, doesn't it?
Well, it's good to be back, Sam. After some soccer, we got some volleyball here on the station. First basketball game of the year for Brainwash Sports Twitch TV, but not the first for North Broward. They've had a very successful season thus far.
Absolutely. They are 12-5 this year. Look for an aggressive start in this game, but the Olympic Heights Lions, who they are facing in this contest, take the tip-off. Now number 4 over to number 11. I'll learn these names eventually as the game goes on. Back to 4, goes for a shot just beyond the arc, unable to connect with it. So number 11 fighting in the corner, goes off Tyler Struve's leg.
That was Ryan Rubin, Sam, who got the first shot off of the night for OH. Mika Octave, who was able to keep it with the Lions. Lions in the away black, North Broward in the home white.
Ball goes out of bounds once again, so we'll tell you a little bit more about North Broward. North Broward 12-5 so far on this year, a .706 win percentage. Currently ranked 144th in the state of Florida. As number 24 with a nice move comes down with the layup. If you haven't joined a Brainwash Sports broadcast before, you'll probably figure out really quickly that I have to do PA as well as play-by-play in this game. More than happy to do it. Dom Denny went for a shot but draws the foul.
We've all got a lot of jobs to do, Sam. You got PA, you got play-by-play, I got color commentary, I've got graphics producer, director, producer. We've all got a lot of hats to wear, Sam, but it's good to be back.
It's fantastic to be back. Dom Denny setting up at the free throw line. Denny, one of the most productive players for North Broward so far this year, although he does miss that free throw.
Well, he leads the team in points, Sam, just over 16 points per game, but also those secondary statistics, over 3 rebounds per game, over 4 assists per game. He's been a force to be reckoned with, only a sophomore for the Eagles.
He's only going to continue to grow both in height and as a player, though he misses both there. So now number 4, Ryan Rubin, in control for the Lions. Gets around Dable to number 5, Jack Colson. Back to 24, Keller. Now number 11 almost found a way into the key. Does. At the basket, Jalen Thomason comes down with it. It's great to have a 6'9" big man on your squad.
Well, usually that's been North Broward's Achilles' heels, that they don't have someone in the middle. We've seen it with Anthony Polite with St. Andrews. We've seen it with Balsa Koprakova, formerly of University School. We've always been the team North Broward has who's had to focus on the perimeter, and now it's great that they can have someone down in the paint.
And Struve comes up with a 3.
And so really going back to my point about Thomason before, is that's how Dom Denny's been able to succeed, because North Broward doesn't have as much pressure on those guards.
Denny over to Struve, finds Dable just outside the line. Denny driving, almost found the layup, but unfortunately didn't connect. So now the Olympic Heights Lions back in control. Nice to hear Koprakova being mentioned again. A little bit of a throwback Thursday for you, as there's a layup by someone on the Lions. Couldn't see who it is, so I'm not going to call it.
I think that was Rubin, Sam, the point guard for Olympic Heights.
So Dom Denny double team, but gets by it. Sawyer Feller, no one around him, brings it down.
That was a nifty little pass from Dom Denny, setting up the easy finish by Feller.
So now number 5 in control on the outside. 24 for a 3 and sinks it. Now Feller goes for a jumper, goes just to the right, and Ryan Rubin comes down with it. Tried to set up a pass very close to the outside, and it goes outside.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. As you can see, Olympic Heights leads North Broward by the score of 9-5. Really, the play so far for the Lions has centered around number 4, Ryan Rubin, He's got 2 points, but Geller has 7.
Tyler Struve goes for a 3, but can't come up with it. A scramble for the ball. Thomason almost had it, but the Lions recover ultimately. So here comes Rubin on the outside. Goes for a jumper just beyond the arc and sinks it. Although the referee is going to call it a 2-point.
Yeah, Rubin just had that toe on the 2-point arc, on the 3-point arc, so that's going to stay at 2. Good break for North Broward, but they're down 6 early. They got to find a way to shut down the 1-2 punch of Geller and Rubin.
Jalen Thomason tried to go for a shot, but couldn't connect.
That's good. That's good shot selection, though, Sam. If North Broward can get that shot every time, they'll be just fine.
Interesting to see, just if you look at the win and loss columns for both of these teams, the discrepancies. North Broward 12-5, Olympic Heights 5-8. Thompson almost came up with a rebound, a bit of a scramble. Number 2 finds the outside. Over to 24, the clear 3 is not so clear as it bounces out the rim to Thomason. Jake Dable driving it, draws the foul.
Well, North Broward should not have given up that second chance opportunity in the first place, and that's a big part of why they're down 6 right now. They're just getting out hustled. There was the ball on the far side of the court where North Broward's attacking the net, where the ball was on the floor, 50-50 ball that Olympic Heights came up with, so North Broward just has to get back to their game plan.
North Broward in their last game took a tough loss as Jake Dable makes his first free throw. And if you're a longtime viewer of Brainwash Sports on Twitch TV, if those exist, you'll know what we feel about free throws.
Well, they're the most essential part of the game that nobody talks about, Sam. They are, in fact, free.
It's true. And Dable sinks both of them.
And go ahead, Sam.
Shot from the outside, number 24, Austin Geller with the 3. So Struve now tried to pass to Dable, keeps it inbounds, deflecting off of number 11, Micah Octave. Now Dom Denny, triple teamed, goes for the shot, almost came up with it, but a rebound by Jack Colson.
Well, I was about to praise Denny for passing up on that 3-pointer because it was not a good look, but then he took an even worse look on the floater.
So now Octave in control over to Geller. Geller has it once again, trying to find his way into the key. Number 5, bad layup, but number 24, Austin Geller, gets it in eventually.
Well, Geller has absolutely no business getting that rebound, Sam. North Broward's got a couple inches on him. They just lost the hustle battle once more.
If you ask me, from what I've seen so far, the Olympic Heights Lions are very aware of Jalen Thomason's presence. Look at all the threes they've been shooting so far in this game. They're comfortable outside the key.
It's led to Austin Geller getting 12 points so far for Olympic Heights. He's had a phenomenal performance still in the first quarter, and it's because, as you say, Olympic Heights is doing what we've seen North Broward do over the years, stay on the perimeter.
Jake Dable, though, with a textbook jump shot from the free throw line.
North Broward putting on a little full court press here, at least letting Jake Dable guard Rubin all the way down the court.
So now Dom Denny in control. Not someone, if you're Olympic Heights, who you want to have the ball. He can find those scoring opportunities. Dable from long. It's going to be just a little too long. However, Denny puts it in for 2.
Well, I think the best word to describe Denny, Sam, is opportunistic. He was just hanging around the paint waiting for that loose change, and he was able to pick it up and drop it in.
Foul called by the referee, number 2, Luke Kramer, with that last shot. A couple of subs are going to come in.
1:11 to go here in the first quarter of play. Sam, what stuck out for you so far?
What sticks out for me is that North Broward's getting a taste of their own medicine, if you will. North Broward traditionally been the smaller team, had to have the most hustle. in previous years. Now that North Broward has grown a little bit, demonstrated by Renash Jenna right there, set up a nice pick, but Dable unable to connect with the three. Now they're finding themselves out-athleticized, if that is a word. Layup by number 15, it's good. Now Denny comes down with it, and I'll be right back again.
Well, for me, Sam, so far this quarter, two things. First of all, Austin Geller's been absolutely phenomenal, 12 points already so far. But North Broward just hasn't taken care of their opportunities when they had them.
There's an opportunity. Denny misses with the layup, though. Number 21, Zach Lapidus, playing a little bit aggressive. You got to appreciate that from the young. I believe he's a sophomore. Number 0 driving to the basket. A pass and a foul drawn.
And with only 3.5 seconds left, that's always hard to see a foul given up that late in the quarter. But that shooter, number 2, Luke Kramer, was all alone in the paint.
First free throw missed by Luke Kramer. Should be noted that Zach Lapidus is actually a freshman. It is nice to see people that young not being afraid to be aggressive, though.
Well, that's what you like to see as a coach. Freshmen going out there showing some aggressiveness.
Second shot made by Luke Kramer. 1 second, long shot from Dable just off the glass. So with 1 quarter to go, a very speedy first quarter. Your score is 19-13. The Olympic Heights Lions are in the lead over your North Broward Eagles. My name's Sam Gelfand, alongside Ben Curtis, Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV. We'll be right back.
I think all things considered, that wasn't that bad. Drop and rumble. Everybody do the ego rumble.
It's been a year since we've done a basketball podcast.
Drop, what, and rumble. Drop, what, and rumble.
Every time I do one of these, though, I always end up getting caught in the mouth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You're back in 3, 2.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your North Broward Eagles down 19-13 against the Olympic Heights Lions as the second quarter just resumes. Sam Gelfand here alongside Ben Curtis for Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. Zach Lapidus driving it towards the hoop. Shot a little wild, though, and the Lions come down with a rebound. So now number 0, Alex Manolakos, currently in control. Off of number 3, Sonny Joels. That hurts if you're Joels. Just couldn't get a handle on it.
Well, now North Broward has the opportunity to make this one-possession game. They're down 6, but they need to take the best shot. Sam can't be looking at the scoreboard trying to get all the points back at once.
Jalen Thomason is going to take a shot. Well, there's big man syndrome for you. Number 0, Manolakis in control, passes it to the corner. 15 trying to hold on to the ball. Finds number 3, Sonny Joels. 15 with a shot, gonna be no good. Michael Eisenberg with a rebound. And here comes Jake Dable. Should be noted that there is a railing in front of us, so when the play gets close on this side of the court, it's a little hard for us to tell what's going on.
And a charge going against Jalen Thomason on the far court. It's tough for North Broward. They got to make sure that Thomason stays in the game. He's got 2 fouls already so far. Excuse me, 1 foul so far.
Thomason has averaged 1.6 fouls per game.
But in addition, he has to be smart in the paint. He can't just try to use that big frame, all 6'9" of him, to get some points. He has to be smart with the ball.
Deflected pass to Lapidus. Denny keeping it inside the paint. Looking for a way into the key. Triple teamed the jumper. just off target. Rebound by number 24, Austin Geller. One thing to note about North Broward, they average 14.4 fouls per game. A layup by number 15 on the Lions. So it is 21-13, just under 6 minutes left now. Lapidus on the outside, passes it over to Dable. Thomason a little bit closer, using that height, gets the shot down.
Well, those are the shots, Sam, that Thomason should be taking. Not those 16-foot pull-up jump shots, but those hook shots down in the lane.
So now 24 gets it over to 3, Joels. Out of bounds, referee says it's going to be a black ball. Jake Dable getting a little antsy.
Well, good, once again, opportunistic defense by Jake Dable. Him and Denny have been going at the ball all game long.
Jake Dable does average 2.7 steals per game, and there's a steal by Lapidus, number 21. Finds Dable, he's going to set something up back to Lapidus. Thought about a three-point shot, getting around his defender, but the defender gets the best of him in the end. Joels, though, steps outside.
That's a blocking foul by Jake Dable, just trying to get in front of Sonny Joels, but he did not have his feet set, so that's about as clear-cut of a foul as you're going to get. His second one so far.
Jake Dable close to the lead in fouls per game for North Broward with 2.3 fouls per game on average. The leader is Dom Denny, 2.5 fouls per average, but you have to wonder, does that go to aggressive play or because those two have the most playing time on this roster?
I mean, it's not coincidence. I was just saying Dable and Denny were the two defenders who went after the ball the most, so of course you're going to get some fouls sometimes.
Michael Eisenberg across the court to Lapidus, who couldn't come up with it but saves it from going outside. Number 1, Alex Schwartz over to Denny. And he's going to slow things
very
down.
Smart,
a good idea.
Very smart play by Dom Denny. The defense was back set up. North Broward did not have numbers anymore, so just get into your half-court offense.
Excellent situational awareness. A three-pointer by Eisenberg, as textbook as you can get it. 24 cannot come up with a shot. Eisenberg with a rebound, passes over to Denny. Lapidus from the outside, just short. Scramble for the ball, but Joels gets it. Over to number 15, Greg Bubol. And there's going to be a shooting foul with the and one.
Well, going back to the previous Olympic Heights possession, that was the second consecutive missed shot by Geller, so he may have cooled off a little bit after 12 first quarter points.
However, good to note that North Broward battling their way back here from a slow start is 23-18 with 4:12 remaining in the second.
Yeah, they've stayed pretty consistent with their defense, just trying to stick to their game plan. Just have to make a few more shots.
Bubol did not come up with that shot, though, and Schwartz passes it over to Denny. It should be noted that the reason why North Broward lost their last game is because it seemed like their shot percentage just evaporated out of nowhere. Their defense has always been consistent, has been solid. So the key for North Broward is getting back into that headspace where they can make the shots again. Thomason tries to make it, finally does.
And that's going to help Sam. Those second chance opportunities for North Broward is a huge way to get back into a ball game.
A layup by number 3, Sonny Joels there. So now Denny in control. Passes it to Sawyer Feller, back to Denny. Finds Thomason, and he's doing big man work.
Absolutely too easy for Jalen Thomason there. He's got 6 so far tonight. Been much better in the second quarter than he was in the first.
So now number 24 for Olympic Heights drives it in. Thought it could have been a travel, didn't matter anyway. All the way down to Denny to Eisenberg, layup, it's good.
Excellent court vision all the way around by North Broward. Struve with the rebound looking long, and then Denny with a little touch pass to Eisenberg. That's as good as you get. And then an offensive foul by Olympic Heights. North Broward with a chance to take a lead on this possession, Sam.
Eisenberg averaging 2.5 points per game. I think he's already exceeded that pretty well. Scorekeeper's down on the other side of the court right now, so we can't tell.
Well, Eisenberg has 5 points tonight, Sam.
Thank you for keeping track.
Well, you know me, Sam. Always prepared.
Always prepared. Jake Dable normally is, but a foul called by the referee.
And they're going to get Jenna, it looks like, on an offensive foul. That's his first so far tonight.
North Broward has 2 centers out there right now, Renash Jenna and Jared London, holding things down closer to the hoop. So Bupol, double teamed, tries to find a pass, but Dable comes up with it over to Feller. Layup is good. So now number 11 tries to drive it, tipped in by someone. 11 tries again. Dable comes up with it. 11 being Micah Octave, by the way, or Octave, not entirely sure. Alex Schwartz tries to drive. Ball gets knocked out of his hands, but it's a white ball.
Going to be a couple more substitutions here. It looks like Tilak Sharma is going to come into the game, giving Jake Dable a spell. And a timeout by North Broward.
Let's see if it's a 30-second. We might stick around. Who knows?
Well, let's stick around anyway, Sam. Discuss what we've seen so far in this first half. North Broward with a 1-point lead with $1:40 to go in the second quarter. They've been able to stop, North Broward has, Austin Geller from getting going in this second quarter. He had those 12 in the first quarter, 0 so far in the second. So a big increase there on the defensive side for North Broward. On the offensive end, it's been Jalen Thomason. Those 6 second quarter points have really helped out.
All the way, as we've seen, the Olympic Heights Lions are not the tallest team in the world. Jalen Thomason, a sophomore at 6'9", has been doing big man things in a big, big way.
Well, it's not just Thomason. It's the way that they've been able to distribute the ball toward him, and that starts with Dable and Denny, the guards.
North Broward's passing game has always been very consistent, something that Coach Wallop preaches day in and day out.
This would be a big test this last minute 40 for North Broward Prep. Most of the starters are out of the game, so can they hold on to this lead?
Sharma into Feller. Back to Sharma, finds Renash Jenna, who is no slouch in his own right, even if Thomason did get the start today. Usually it's the other way around. However, the Lions come up with it. Number 4, Ryan Rubin, driving towards the lane. The shot, no good. London with a rebound. Sawyer Feller sees an open court. Layup, toilet ball in with the and one.
Excellent play all the way around, Sam. Started out with the rebound by Jared London, cutting off those second chance opportunities for OH, and then getting the and one with Sawyer Feller.
North Broward as a team has a 68% free throw percentage completion rate. Gets it there. Two
North Broward Eagles, Sam, already surpassing their season averages. Eisenberg, who has 5, averages 2.5 a game, and Feller has 7. He averages just over 6.
Renash Jenna with another big rebound over to Schwartz, dumps it to Sharma. Trying to get around the defender, so he passes it to Feller, over to Schwartz from beyond the arc, no good. Number 24 keeps it inbounds for the Lions.
See how close OH takes a shot close to that 0 mark on the scoreboard if they want to hold for this last shot.
30 seconds left in the second quarter, and it goes out of bounds.
That's a turnover, Sam. That's going the way of the Eagles.
So the Eagles up 29-25 with 29.4 seconds and the chance to wait things out to get that final shot. Remember, in Florida, there is no shot clock in high school basketball.
FHSAA is meeting right now, and I'm sure that's going to be one of the topics on the agenda. Annual meetings in Gainesville right now.
Jared London in control right now. Over to Sawyer Feller. Telek Sharma London gets the ball taken out of his hands. Let's see how the referee rules it.
It looks like that's going to stay with the Eagles.
I would think so too, but the coach on the sidelines, gesturing his way. His coaches off with it, whether or not they're right.
And it does stay with North Broward.
Denny into Sharma, 5 seconds. Denny has the ball, 3, 2, driving it in. The layup is good for the buzzer beater. North Broward is currently up 1-25 as we go to halftime. My name is Sammy, defensive voice of the Eagles alongside Ben Curtis. We'll be right back with you for halftime. Talk a little bit about what we've seen so far in this game. In the meantime, we will see you soon.
Go say hi to someone real quick. I have 7 minutes.
Sure. When I'm done with this, I'll probably try to grab us a couple of waters. Okay. And we'll come in maybe 2 minutes before halftime is done. Just, do a bit of a recap. Do you have a headset there? No. Okay. You got one of the newer ones. Plug this in. Plug this into your phone. And whenever you're ready, just make sure the volume's up on your phone and press play.
functional vocabulary when it comes to that, so I'm just imagining.
Just say, did it sound loud and distorted, or did it come in like choppy and weird? That's what I would ask.
I will. Oh, you changed it?
Just a half, yeah.
Okay. All right, you want to go?
Give me one moment. Let's see. Talking points. Big men. Hustle of Lions.
Geller. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles, here alongside Ben Curtis. As always, we are currently at the Global Wellness Center at the North Broward Preparatory School in Coconut Creek, Florida. Halftime is just ending. The Eagles are currently up over the Olympic Heights Lions, 31-25. Let's talk a little bit about how this game's been going, the keys to victory, and the keys so far for both of these teams.
Well, for North Broward, it's really just been stay the course. They got good shot selection almost the entire first half. It's really just been a matter of making them, and so they started to heat up. Tomlinson had 7 in the second quarter, and Denny and Dable were also getting it going, the guards for North Broward. And for the Eagles defensively, it's been limit the play of Austin Geller. He had those 12-point explosion points in the first quarter, but he did not score in the second, so a good adjustment by Casey Wallop.
Speaking of Casey Wallop, I think one of his greatest triumphs this year is developing these athletic big men in Jalen Tomlinson as well as Renash Jenna. I was doing a little bit of research before this game as number 4 barely misses a 3, and an attempt by number 5 Jack Colson to get the ball back in play, I think just went off of Jake Dable. But I was doing a little bit of research, and Casey Wallop, North Broward's head coach, 6'7", apparently was a forward at 6'7".
Well, why wouldn't you be?
Well, because I would think that's center territory personally.
Not quite, not in college, especially with that kind of athleticism.
Regardless, I think Casey Wallop has been preaching the idea of athleticism in his big guys so far. We've seen Jalen Tomlinson force his way inside the key, making shots, doing what he can to get those rebounds. Really unexpected speed from someone 6'9".
Well, Sam, at this level, high school basketball, especially in Florida, height won't get you anywhere anymore. Now you have to be athletic. You have to know what good shot selection is, and you have to make them.
Wasn't good selection there as the ball just went out of bounds. Once again, Eagles up 31-25, 7:09 remaining in the third period right now. Actually, I had to talk with someone. It's the third quarter. It says period up on the scoreboard, but it is regardless. It is the quarter. So now number 5, Jack Colson. Easy layup for number 11, Micah Octave.
That's the second backdoor layup so far by Olympic Heights. North Broward has to be able to close that down.
How about a jump shot from Denny? That'll do it. So it's 33-27 with 6:30 left in the third quarter. Three-pointer by 24 is not going to do any good. Thomason with the rebound. Denny got fouled on his way up to the basket. Pretty blatant.
And defensive rebound, Sam, is going to be another important part so far in this third quarter for North Broward. Thomason got the defensive rebounding there. Limiting OH to those second chance opportunities will be key in hanging on to this lead for North Broward.
North Broward at the end of their last game seemed a little bit, what's the word? I would say demotivated as Denny misses that one. Losing by over 30 points to a team that they easily could have kept close. I think it might have taken a quarter or two, but North Broward certainly feels to me like they've got some of that mojo back as Denny sinks a second.
Looks like that's going to stay Lions ball. Thomason got a hand on it to block the shot. Oh, they're going to call a foul, actually, against Thomason. That's a second already.
He does average 1.6 per game. number 5, Jack Colson, at the line. Sinks his first.
Only player in any sort of foul trouble in the game is for Olympic Heights, Luke Kramer, who does have 3 fouls tonight, and it looks like he's on the court, so be interesting to see how OH deals with them offensively.
Colson sinks both of them, and there's going to be a timeout on the court. You want to stick with it?
Sure, let's stick with it, Sam. Talk a little bit about North Broward athletics as a whole. Boys soccer and girls soccer both won in their senior nights last night, sweeping the St. John Paul Eagles. North Broward boys soccer, real legitimate shot, I think, at the state championship this year. They host districts for 2A14, so be sure to come out to Tom Marcy Field the week of the 25th to cheer on the Eagles. It'll be all right here on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV as Evan Von Oss and Chris Manasco, Jerry Edwards and gang try to get their first regional championship with this group. They haven't been able to get over the hump in a couple years, going to the regional semis, regional finals last year. Be a fun group to see if they can make it all the way to the state championship, Sam.
So Jake Dable and Sawyer Feller passing it back and forth to get things started. Denny now in control. Lost it for a moment. Excellent maturity holding on despite the steal attempt from the Lions. Across the court to Eisenberg. Tomlinson goes for a jump shot and sinks it. That's been his play all night long. All night long he's been hitting those shots just right inside the key, using his height advantage to get the ball.
Well, Sam, we started out talking about how North Broward's secondary scorers are getting involved, Eisenberg, Feller, but now it's those starters for North Broward that they really lean on in general, getting it done.
Across the court to Denny. The shot is good. Put 3 in the books.
Denny leads the team so far tonight with 12 points.
So now Octave passes it over to Colson. Tries to get past Tomlinson. That's not going to happen. Sawyer Feller with the rebound. Over to Denny. Eisenberg, easy layup.
Got a little deja vu there, Sam. Second time, Feller to Denny to Eisenberg for the easy layup.
Seems to be working well. No reason to stop now. However, we're going to take a quick break during this timeout. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles, with Ben Curtis. Hope to see you in just about 1 minute. We'll be right back.
I saw this isn't a 30.
I gave you a water, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Trying to see if this is coming in choppy or if my connection's just slow.
I don't know. My dad said there hasn't been a problem, so it's probably just you.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here in Coconut Creek, Florida. Sam Gelfand and Ben Curtis, your faithful knights in shining armor here at Brainwash Sports Twitch TV, as number 4 Ryan Rubin tries to find a way into the key. Pass deflected by Denny. Pass off of Feller. Nearly lost it. It's just a train wreck down there, but Micah Octave eventually comes up with it on the other side of the court from where that play started.
Don't know if Sawyer Feller needed to go behind the back there. That might have been a little bit too tricky.
So now the pass to Rubin. Slowing things down, guarded by Dable. Gets it to Octave. Tomlinson with the block. Denny, no one there. Easy as cake. So now Rubin in control once again. Guarded by Jake Dable. Got around him there. And even Thomason. And there's a shot. I believe that the referee's going to say he took too long getting the ball in play.
I think so, but that's the way you beat Thomason. when you're trying to dribble drive into the lane. Just use that little floater up off the glass, and Thomason won't have a chance to defend it.
Octave dropping back. Don't forget, the bigger they are, the harder and longer it takes to move.
100% true there, Sam.
As Rubin unable to sink the three-pointer. Eisenberg looks like a little beaten up in his leg, hobbling on one leg. His left leg looks like it took a bit of a beating on that last play. If we had instant replay, this would be the time for it.
It's going to stay OH ball. A couple substitutions. Eisenberg's going to come out. We'll keep an eye on him all night, see if he comes back in. Dable comes out as well.
Two centers now, Thomason and Jenna. Probably the man you want out there. Jenna averages 0.9 blocks a game. That's almost a block a game in high school. However, didn't do anything there as Luke Kramer sunk a three.
Interesting to see Denny running the point with Dable out on the bench. Dable usually the two, or Denny, excuse me, usually the two.
I think it's a smart move by Casey Wallab after all. Jake Dable is the senior. Dom Denny just a sophomore. Clearly the future of this North Broward squad. Give him a chance every once in a while to try and run an offense.
Tough turnover there by Lapidus, though. He double dribbled, and OH has a chance to get it to a two-possession game.
So Rubin now over to Kramer, sinks the three. I believe a timeout is called on the court.
Yeah, by North Broward Prep. Casey Wallab isn't liking what he sees. He wants to talk things over. We'll step aside as well on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. Eagles lead by 6. No. It is. It's a very, they're moving very fast. What?
We got to do more of these. You're fine with that, right? Especially if I keep doing most of the research, I guess?
I can start doing, starting next week, I can start to do most of the research. This week has just been ridiculous, trying to get Northwestern interview set up and stuff. Nobody clapped their hands. Why? What were you looking at?
Sam Gelfand here, shocked that my everybody clap your hands sound effect actually worked for once, as Alex Schwartz currently in control. Tries to pass it to Denny, deflected by Octave, but Denny comes down with it eventually. Lapidus from the corner, just a little short. A collision between Schwartz and Kramer off of the rebound.
North Broward has to guard the three-point arc on this possession, Sam. A three by the Lions makes this a one-possession game, and all of a sudden, North Broward really has their back against the wall.
So Kramer takes it in, gives it over to Rubin. Rubin guarded by Dable. Dable, the minutes leader on North Broward. Rubin with the shot, though. So now Dom Denny, once again controlling the offense, triple teamed over to Dable, to Eisenberg on the corner, back to Denny. Lapidus for three, no good. Off Eisenberg's hands, Dable saves it from going out.
That was a good decision to make the extra pass, though, by Dom Denny. Lapidus wasn't able to sink it, but a good play by North Broward nonetheless.
Octave with the steal, and Dable with one of his own. Turnabout is fair play. Lapidus into Jenna, and a whistle's blown.
Well, Dable might get credit for the steal, but that defensive play was all Dom Denny, getting back, showing some hustle to defend the fast break, and then poking the ball away, and Dable was able to come up with it.
North Broward has traditionally been an offense-based team. Great to see these defensive fundamentals come into play. Now Renash Jenna is going to set up at the line. Just misses his first. Overshot it a little bit. Jenna actually has a 43% field goal percentage. He misses both there.
Well, most of those field goals have come from inside the paint. Free throws a bit stretching his range.
Jenna, the sophomore, 6'6" in his own right. Deflected pass goes into a layup for number 24, Austin Keller.
North Broward really has to watch the back door. That's 6 points that North Broward's given up on backdoor layups.
Should be mentioned, only a minute left in the third quarter as Dable sinks the three.
That's a big three-pointer by North Broward. Able to make this a two-possession game once again.
Layup by Octave unsuccessful, but number 24, Keller, puts it in. So now Denny, Lapidus in the corner. Back to Denny, over to Dable on the other side, fakes a pass. Over to Denny, fakes another pass. They're just getting schooled out there with that old school layup.
Well, it was excellent individual skills by Denny, but there were two North Broward Eagles open at the three-point arc.
Spin by Denny over to Eisenberg. Going to take things back over to Dable. One foul is called. Dable got knocked out.
We'll see if that's worth 3 points, three shots, excuse me.
Well, they're calling it on Micah Octave.
With only 0.7 seconds left in the third quarter, Dable could get three from the line, and it looks like he will.
North Broward still up by 5 right now, 48-43. I hope my math was right there. Is sometimes, usually isn't. First shot missed by Dable, which is, to be honest, a little unusual. North Broward as a team is a 41% field goal percentage.
68% from the line as well.
As he makes that one, the second of 3. North Broward averages 56.2 points per game.
This will be a big one to make it a three-possession game.
So 2 out of 3 made by Dable. As the Lions inbound it, that's not going to do anything. That is the end of 3. North Broward up 50-43 over the Olympic Heights Lions in this out-of-conference game. Sam Gelfand alongside Ben Curtis will be right back with the fourth quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North Broward Preparatory School, Coconut Creek, Florida. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles, alongside my longtime broadcast colleague, Ben Curtis. North Broward currently up 50-43. Be nice if it was 70-43. Just Dable hits Eisenberg, and Eisenberg hits a 3.
That's how you start off the fourth quarter, Sam. Make it a 4-possession game. Eisenberg's in double digits scoring, the third Eagle for North Broward to do so.
He's having a breakout game for sure, as Feller tried to get the ball, knocked number 0 down, but hey, it worked. Denny lost control, and now Rubin has it. Double team by Feller, and Denny gets away from that by passing to Luke Kramer. Now to number 24, Austin Geller, trying to drive into the lane. Thomason doing what he does best.
It looks like that's going to be that will be a offensive foul. It looks like they might have gotten Thomason, which would have been a problem because that would have been his 4th foul. But they call it against the Lions. So North Broward gets possession. The other 2 Eagles who are in double-digit scoring are Denny and Dable, the 2 guards. And Thomason has 8.
So now Jake Dable brings it in to Feller, but the pass was intercepted by Micah Octave. So now Alex Manolikos, number 0, in control, trying to find a way inside the arc. Finds it through number 3, Sonny Jones. Layup by Octave, and it's good.
Well, this is a tough balance right now for North Broward to strike because they want to take as much time as they can with the 8-point lead. But then again, they can't get lazy on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see how Casey Wallab's squad manages this 8-point lead.
A kick on Octave will bring the ball back to the Eagles. So Denny will inbound it. 6:20 left in the 4th period. Hopefully the final period is just 2 games ago against St. Andrews. North Broward went into quadruple overtime, but if Dable keeps sinking threes like that, that's not going to be in the realm of possibility. So now Joels over to Geller, back to Joels. Passes to Octave at the boards and hits the layup. So now Tom Denny in control. It's Dable. Looks like the Lions are playing a zone defense of sorts. Dable double teamed Eisenberg, pass deflected by Octave, and Dable's going to have to let it roll out of bounds.
Well, smart play by Jake Dable. He's in no rush. That's not a backcourt violation if he does pick it up. So just let the ball roll out of bounds. Octave was not going to get there first, so North Broward is able to set up their full court offense.
Fresh start, why not? Clean slate. Denny back to Dable, back to Denny, back to Dable. You're going to hear that a lot as this season progresses.
It's certainly been a phenomenal 1-2 punch for the Eagles. Big reason why they have a winning record this year.
Eisenberg on the line. It's just going to be 2, but a beautiful shot nonetheless.
You said it best, Sam. Real breakout game tonight for Eisenberg. 6'3" sophomore.
Joels tries to go for the layup. Nothing doing, especially not with Thomason in the paint. Now Denny. Eisenberg from the corner, off the rim. Thomason trying to do big man things. There's 3 men on him. That wasn't going to happen.
Well, good play there by Thomason, getting the second chance opportunity with the offensive rebound, drawing the foul. And now he's got a chance to add to the lead from the foul line.
Thomason, once again, just a sophomore at 6'9", 3.8 points per game average as he hits the first. 40% field goal percentage on average. Gets 4 rebounds a game, usually. Draws 1.6 fouls. So only 1 of 2 good for Thomason as Octave hits Joels. This game's been going by so fast. It's the 4th quarter, and I'm only now finally starting to memorize the names of the people on Olympic Heights. Usually we're good by the time halftime rolls around, but this game has just been lightning quick, nonstop. We started at 7. It's 8:11 right now, and there's only 4:13 left in this game.
I really think that has a lot to do with the guard play by both teams, both the Lions and the Eagles liking to use tempo, use those guards to get out on fast breaks.
So the ball's going to go back to the Lions now, as I'm sure you can probably hear these cheerleaders. They're very loud. They're good at what they do.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it?
It is. That's why I said they're good at what they do. Whatever.
Had a halftime performance as well. They were very good.
So a travel, I believe that is, when he does this. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Correct. A travel. Good defense by Thomason, forcing him into the travel. He had nowhere to go. So Dable has the ball over to Feller. Back to Dable. Double teamed right now. Hits Denny from beyond the arc. It's good. Jules hits the shot, but I don't think it's going to count.
No, they are. They're going to get an and one there, Sam.
Oh, it is.
Defensive foul, count the bucket.
This is why I have you around.
That was Sonny Joles making things happen.
There's a lot of talk in the news these days about fact-checking, making sure that everything's 100% correct. No problem with that here at Brainwash Sports Twitch TV as Sonny Joles hits one.
I guess I'm the built-in fact checker, Sam.
So now Dable takes it into Sawyer Feller. He's earned himself a starting job this year. Over to Dable. Interesting to see Tyler Struve has not had a lot of playing time in this game.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Eisenberg's been hot.
Potentially, there's a timeout called on the court. Looks like we're going to step away as well. Sam Gelfand with Ben Curtis, Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV.
Good. All right. Close this out. Let's not be stupid. The what? The watch stats? Oh, I don't want to go to the internet on this because it can make it freeze.
One nice thing I got about streaming Facebook Live,
Yeah.
the independent minor league I was working with, is that there's a live comment section. You can see when people say
Yeah, that's nice. You could do that with Periscope as well.
yeah, it's nice to
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. The We Will Rock You's working tonight, too.
You got yourself an engaged crowd there, Mr. Gelfand.
Not too big of one, but a very loud one so far. Hey, those can be the same thing in the grand scheme of things. Who sunk that? Couldn't see. Behind the poster.
That was Dom Denny. Sam, he's got 21 tonight.
To be honest, if I can't see who shot it, really should just assume Dom Denny at this point, as Joles tried to prevent the backcourt violation, but 1 foot touched the ground. So now Dom Denny is going to inbound it. Dom Denny leading North Broward in points per game, as well as fouls per game.
That's fouls committed, not fouls drawn, of course.
Something important for North Broward to be looking at is that ball was denied by number 5, Jack Colson.
Under 3 minutes to go now, Sam. Eagles with a 14-point lead.
You know, I would have normally said during one of these games, as it looks like the ball is going the Lions' way.
It is.
I would have normally said that something North Broward really needs to be looking at is the number of fouls that they commit through these games. They've averaged 14.4 fouls committed per game. Most games, in almost every half, you're going into single or even double bonus.
Well, the only person right now on the court for North Broward that's in foul trouble is Dable, who's got 4. So he'll probably play a little more defensively here in this fourth quarter. But other than that, North Broward's been just fine in the foul department.
And no problem with keeping Dable out on the court right now either, although his shot was deflected and it looked like he hit the floor hard. He's okay, though, and there's going to be a timeout call. Do you want to keep talking through
Sure,
this?
we got only 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter, so we'll stick with you folks. Eagles with a 14-point lead over the Olympic Heights Lions.
As I was trying to say, no harm in keeping Dable out here anyway. Just because even if he has 4, he's been performing And the Eagles are up 14 points, and plus with the explosion of Michael Eisenberg, as well as the offensive output of Jalen Thomason so far in this game, and Dom Denny's still on the court, you've got plenty of offensive output to keep yourself going, even if Jake Dable is taken out.
I agree that I think that they should leave Dable in as well. It'll just be interesting to see how conservative he is in these final 2.5 minutes.
So there's 2:22 left right now. Nice healthy blow of the buzzer. Ross Davenport, our scorekeeper. Always like to shout out the people you wouldn't normally think about, you know?
Well, the game wouldn't really be able to operate without them. They may not get all of the spotlight, but I don't think that we'd be able to do our jobs as well if it wasn't for them.
I'd extend that to the cameraman if we had one. Instead, we have a very trusty tripod. So Jake Dable, closely guarded by Joels, pushing him back. He's calling plays, it sounds like. Almost found a way into the key. Instead, transfers it over to Feller. Guarded by 2, back to Dable. Finds a way around his defender. Eisenberg finds a hole, but passes it to Feller. Hole of his own. Shot is blocked. So now number 4, Ryan Rubin, has the ball just outside of the line. Joels found an open lane, but it's not going to go in. Got knocked down, thought he had it. Nice effort, though, as Dable now crosses number 5, Jack Colson, up. Went for a pass, got a kick.
That was a dribbling clinic there by Jake Dable, able to get around 3 different Olympic Heights defenders.
Jake Dable, obviously an elite prospect, even at 5'9", would be a valuable addition to just about any collegiate team, in my opinion. Circling the court finds Feller. Double teamed, and that seemed to work. Octave has it taken away by Denny, but a foul is called.
That's going to go against North Broward. That's Denny's first foul.
1:13 left so far. Eagles up 64-50 in the fourth quarter. As I said, hopefully it stays that way. In the 2 games ago against St. Andrews, North Broward went to quadruple overtime. Ended up winning 68-67.
Micah Octave has 1 and 1 as he sinks the front end of it.
So it's 64-52 now. 51. Wasn't sure if you hadn't updated it or the scoreboard hadn't updated it.
Well, as graphics producer and director and color commentator, you got to give me just a half a second.
Now it's 64-52, 1:08 left. As Dable controls, remember, no shot clock, so if I'm North Broward, I'm just trying to kill for time right now as they're up by 12.
That's what Dable doing, just dribbling out of the defensive play of Micah Octave.
Dable just trying not to hit the backcourt, but doing a decent job. Over to Eisenberg. Over to Denny. Double team to Eisenberg. Also double team now. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. And I believe North Broward's going to have possession of the ball.
It's going to stay on this end, Sam.
It's been a very fast-paced game so far. Back and forth, lots of action. Very few timeouts.
Geller, by the way, the the Olympic Heights, team leader in points, just came out of the game.
Thomason with a big layup.
And Sam, a year ago today, would you have ever thought I would be sitting here saying North Broward has 4 starters with double-digit points?
I would not believe it if you told me.
Dable has 13. Denny is 21. Eisenberg, who didn't start but has been phenomenal tonight, had 12. And Thomason has 11.
North Broward productive across all fronts. That only bodes well for this team. 11 seconds left. Joels with a long 3. He's not going to make it. Gives it to Dable. He's just going to hold on to it. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game. Your North Broward Eagles have defeated the Olympic Heights Lions 66-55 in this back-and-forth action-packed game.
A heck of a game to kick off the basketball season on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. North Broward looking good against the Olympic Heights team that really refused to go away.
And we hope to bring you a heck of a lot. I had to catch myself for a moment. It's been a while since we've done a basketball broadcast. Hope to be bringing you a heck of a lot more basketball games here on Brainwash Sports on Twitch TV. I think that was my first flub I've ever made, actually, in that regard.
Well, congratulations. It's a bit of a rite of passage, I suppose. But for now, I guess
I'm just amazed it took this long.
That'll wrap it up, Sam.
That will indeed. My name is Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles, alongside Ben Curtis, my longtime broadcast colleague. On behalf of everyone here at the North Broward Preparatory School, Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV, and the Florida High School Athletics Association, we would like you to have a very good night, wherever you may be.